Ladies and gentlemen, let me talk to you today about something we all understand, whether we like it or not: life. Life is not a sprint. It's not even a race. It's a journey, a walk, sometimes uphill, sometimes smooth, but always forward. You see, we often look at the end goal, the dream, the destination. We want to know how it all turns out, but the truth is, sometimes we can't see the whole picture, and that's okay. Sometimes all you have is today. Sometimes all you need is to take one more step. But here's the secret. Each step you take is moving you closer to something greater. It's moving you closer to who you're supposed to be. Now, I know what you might be thinking. This sounds easy in theory, right? But when life starts throwing challenges at you, it's hard to keep moving forward. It's hard to trust that each step is a part of your bigger purpose. But hear me when I say this. There's power in patience. The walk you're on, it's going to take time. And while you wait, you grow, you learn, you stretch. And though the journey may not make sense right now, every step, every challenge is shaping you into the person you're becoming. Obstacles, they're a part of the journey. They don't define you, they refine you. Every setback, every hardship, it's not there to stop you. It's there to strengthen you. Do you know that some of the most powerful people you will meet didn't get to where they are by avoiding difficulties? No, they got there because they learned how to navigate through the storms. They walked through it, not around it. And that's what you have to do. It's easy to doubt when things get tough. It's easy to wonder, is it worth it? Will I make it? But I'm telling you, your faith is the fuel. Faith doesn't mean everything is clear. Faith means you trust even when you can't see the finish line. Faith means moving even when your feet feel heavy. Faith means knowing that though you don't know where the path leads, you trust that it will take you where you need to go. As you walk, understand that change is coming. Life won't always look the same, and you won't always feel the same. Change is inevitable. It's a part of growing. And when change comes, don't fight it. Embrace it. You're walking through life, not standing still. With every change, you are becoming more resilient, more capable, more who you were always meant to be. And as you walk, don't forget to reflect. Don't forget to look back and see how far you've come. Gratitude has the power to keep you grounded, to remind you of all that you've overcome and all that lies ahead. When you take time to appreciate the journey, you begin to understand that every step, every up and down was leading you exactly where you needed to be. So I'm here to tell you today, don't rush through life. Don't try to skip steps or fast forward to the end. Take it step by step, walk through it, and when you look back, you'll see that each step was a step closer to your purpose, your calling, and your destiny. Walk, trust, believe, and above all, know that this journey is not in vain. You are not alone. Keep walking, because what you're becoming is worth the journey. Life, my friends, is not just a destination to be reached, but a journey that we must walk through step by step. Too often we get fixated on the end goal, imagining that once we reach that point, everything will be perfect. We look at the success stories of others and believe that their path was simple, clear, and easy to follow. But here's the truth. The beauty of life is in the walk, in the progress we make each day. The steps we take today, even when they feel small, are leading us to something far greater than we could have imagined. Each step holds its own value, its own lesson. Sometimes the next step doesn't seem significant in the moment, but trust me, it's preparing you for what's to come. You may not see the full picture right now, and that's perfectly fine. There's a certain power in not knowing exactly where the road will lead you. because it's in that uncertainty that growth happens. You learn to trust, you learn to adapt, and you learn that sometimes the greatest moments are not found at the destination, but along the journey itself. Every single step, no matter how difficult or uncertain, is part of what shapes who you are and who you are becoming. It is through walking, through continuing despite the challenges, that we find the strength and wisdom to transform. Patience is not just waiting, it's the strength you build while you wait. It's easy to become frustrated when things don't happen as quickly as we'd like. We live in a world where instant gratification is often the norm, where we expect things to happen fast and results to be immediate. But here's the thing, true growth, true transformation takes time. Think about the trees that grow tall. They don't shoot up overnight. It's years of growth, deep roots spreading below the surface before they become the mighty giants that they are. Similarly, you may not see immediate results, but that doesn't mean nothing is happening. Even when you feel like you're standing still, something deep inside you is shifting. Your character is being built, your resilience is strengthening, and your patience is creating a foundation that will support the blessings ahead. The process, the wait, is not wasted time. It's time of preparation, time of learning. You are becoming more than what you were yesterday, and though you may not see it in the moment, each day brings you closer to your breakthrough. So instead of rushing, learn to embrace the pace of your own journey. Trust that everything is unfolding exactly as it should in its own time, and that the patience you practice today will give you the wisdom and endurance to handle whatever lies ahead. Along this journey, obstacles are inevitable. You will encounter moments when the road ahead feels blocked, when the weight of the world seems to rest on your shoulders, and when every step feels like a struggle. But let me remind you of something. Obstacles are not there to stop you. They are there to prepare you, to strengthen you, to shape you into the person you need to become in order to handle the greatness that's coming your way. Think of the obstacles as the tests of your faith and resilience. When the storm clouds roll in and the winds begin to howl, they're not there to defeat you. They're there to teach you how to stand firm, how to hold your ground. Every challenge you face is building in you a deeper capacity to handle the next level. It's easy to want to turn back when things get tough. It's easy to wish for a smoother path, but understand this: the things that challenge us are the very things that push us to grow. When you encounter resistance, remember that resistance breeds strength. The moment you feel like giving up, that's often the moment before your breakthrough. What you've learned, the grit you've built, and the lessons you've gathered along the way are what will carry you through. Each obstacle is an invitation to rise higher, to evolve, and to prove to yourself that no matter how hard life gets, you are capable of walking through it. Not just surviving it, but conquering it. Faith is the engine that keeps your feet moving even when you can't see the road ahead. It's easy to have faith when everything is going smoothly, when life aligns with your plans and your vision. But the real test of faith comes when the road is unclear, when the challenges seem overwhelming, and when the future appears uncertain. Faith doesn't demand that you see the end before you start. It asks only that you keep moving forward one step at a time, even when the path is shrouded in fog. Faith is not about knowing everything that's ahead. It's about trusting that there's a purpose. It's trusting that every step, even the ones that seem like mistakes or missteps, is part of a larger plan. When you walk by faith, you begin to realize that the road may not always be what you imagined, but it will always be what you need. It's the unseen force that carries you through the dark times, the quiet strength that whispers, keep going. Faith is not passive, it's active. It's the courage to take the next step when everything around you tells you to stop. It's the belief that no matter how hard things may seem, there's a reason for every season, and everything has its place in your journey. It's through faith that you learn to walk even when you can't see the outcome, knowing that the steps you're taking today will one day make sense in the bigger picture of your life. So even when doubt tries to creep in, remember this: faith is not a feeling, it's a choice to trust, a choice to believe, and a choice to keep walking even when the destination feels miles away. Change is the one thing in life that is inevitable, and yet we often resist it. We become comfortable in the familiar, in the routines that feel safe, even when we know they no longer serve our growth. But here's the truth: change is not your enemy, it is your greatest ally. The moment you stop fighting it, the moment you open yourself up to it, you begin to understand that change is what propels you forward. It's what moves you from one chapter of your life to the next. As you walk through life, things will shift. Circumstances will change. People will come and go. And sometimes even the person you are today will no longer be the person you need to be tomorrow. That's the process of growth. Without change, you would stay stuck, never learning, never evolving, never becoming more. And while change can feel uncomfortable at first, it is in that discomfort that the transformation happens. Think of the caterpillar that must go through the struggle of the cocoon to become the butterfly. It's not an easy transition, but it's the only way to achieve the freedom that comes with flight. Change forces you to stretch, to step outside of your comfort zone, to shed the old and embrace the new. And as difficult as it might feel in the moment, change is always leading you to something better, something greater than what you've left behind. So don't fear change, embrace it. It is the very thing that will take you from where you are to where you're meant to be. Every season of change is an opportunity to grow, to expand, and to discover new parts of yourself you never knew existed. Life is a constant evolution, and the more open you are to change, the more you will see that it is the key to unlocking your full potential. As you walk through life, it's easy to get caught up in the rush, always focused on what's ahead, what's next, and what you still need to achieve. But in the midst of that forward motion, it's just as important to take a moment to pause and reflect. Reflection is not about dwelling on the past or getting stuck in what could have been. It's about recognizing how far you've come and honoring the journey that's brought you here. Every step you've taken, every challenge you've faced, every lesson learned, those moments are precious. When you take the time to reflect, you begin to realize how strong you truly are, how much you've overcome, and how much you've grown. Gratitude has a way of shifting your perspective. It allows you to look at where you are with a sense of appreciation rather than frustration. Instead of focusing on what you don't have or where you haven't yet reached, gratitude helps you see the beauty in the progress you've made. It shifts your mindset from lack to abundance, from what's missing to what's been gained. So make it a habit to reflect, to acknowledge the victories, the small wins, and even the moments of struggle that taught you something valuable. As you reflect, you not only gain clarity about the path you've walked, but also strengthen your resolve to keep walking. The journey isn't over, but the steps you've taken have already shaped who you are today. Be grateful for that. Celebrate those moments, even the tough ones, because they've all played a part in your growth. And when you cultivate a heart of gratitude, you not only honor the journey, but you also set yourself up for the next phase with a sense of peace, knowing that every step, every struggle, and every victory is worth walking through. In closing, life is not about rushing towards some distant destination. It's about embracing each step of the journey. You don't need to have it all figured out today. Take it one step at a time. Trust that every challenge you face is an opportunity for growth, that patience is the foundation of your progress, and that faith will guide you through the darkest moments. Change is inevitable, but it's the change that will push you toward your purpose, and reflection will remind you of how far you've already come. So don't be afraid to walk through it. Every step you take is a step toward the person you're becoming, and that person is more than capable of facing what lies ahead. Remember, you are not walking alone. You have everything you need within you to move forward, to conquer, to evolve, and to appreciate every part of this beautiful journey. Walk with courage, walk with faith, and above all, walk with gratitude. Keep moving forward, because the best is yet to come. Thank you.